Even if you are able to make a decision, hypothetically, even if you are able to make a decision regarding spending your life, what will you do with that decision? What will you do with that decision? Look at the impossibility of your desire. Even if I say that life is about chasing a particular big dream, what will you do? Where are you sitting? Where are you sitting? You are sitting in this room in front of me. Even if I say that life must be spent in chasing that grand dream, what will you do with my reply? Where are you sitting? Here. And what have you been told? That life must be spent in chasing a grand dream. Now, where will you chase that grand dream and when? Where are you sitting? Here. How will you chase that dream? One thing that will happen is that you will be torn in conflict. Because you are sitting here and you have been told that you must chase that grand dream somewhere in Africa or in America or in Russia. So you'll be torn. Are you getting this? Even if somebody tells you that life is meaningful only when you achieve such and such goals, how will it help you? Where are you sitting? Here. Sitting over here, have you achieved those goals? Have you? Do you have any option in life except to be here at this moment? Do you have any option? But what have you been told? That life is meaningful only when I have achieved something over there in the future at some other point in space. Can you reach that point right now? You are here, but your mind is saying you must be somewhere else. What will that result in? What will that result in? A simple torture of the mind. What must be life spent doing is not a question that must be asked with reference to the future. It is a question that must be asked with reference to the present. And an answer must not be sought. There is no need for an answer. Yes, the question is all right. If it arises, the question is all right. All that you need to ask is my presence complete? From your presence, the next step automatically arises. You don't have to plan for it, think of it, project it. There is no need. It is a simple thing, but the ego finds it very, very hard to accept. That if your presence is complete, then from this presence itself, the right action will happen. All time flows from this moment. From nowhere else does time come. The present is the mother of future. Be fully present and the future is taken care of. Future is taken care of in unplanned ways. You don't will have to plan for it. When you don't have to plan for it, then there is freshness. Are you getting it? Then there is freshness. And then you are really alive. Even if we decide right now that something is the purpose of life, what will happen? Even if we decide that X is the purpose of life, what will that result in? You chasing that purpose, right? Will that really be exciting? You already know what you are chasing. If you already know what you are chasing, then that which you are chasing must somewhere be a part of your experience. See, if I tell you the purpose of life is to eat masala dosa and you are chasing masala dosa, then for sure you have tasted masala dosa earlier. Otherwise you can't chase it. Can you chase something of which you have no experience, that you haven't heard of, that you haven't read of, that which hasn't come to you earlier? Now what is the point in chasing something which has anyway come to you earlier? It is stale, used, second hand. And if I tell you that no, the purpose of life is not to chase masala dosa, but another dish of which you have no taste, of which you have no experience, whose name even you have not heard, even then there is no point in chasing it. Why? Because you don't know what you are chasing. If I say purpose of life is to chase enlightenment, how does that help you? Do you know what enlightenment is? Would there be any fun in chasing something of which you have no idea? The mind will feel suffocated. What am I chasing? What am I chasing?
But so we have some intuition that this thing might be good. So
Can you have intuition of something that is not at all part of your previous experience?
maybe
Let's try. Intuitively try to speak French, even a few words of French. Can you do that? Half a sentence in French, if not an entire book.
laugh at it.
Even this much you can say because you have heard of this in some way earlier. It is a part of your experience. So both ways you are doomed. If you are chasing something which is already a part of your experience, then that chase is a boredom. And if you are chasing something which is not a part of your experience, then that chase is suffocating because you don't know what you are chasing. Have you not seen people chasing enlightenment? Now it is so stupid because they don't know what they are chasing. Are they already enlightened? They are not. So they don't know what enlightenment is, right? Now you don't know what enlightenment is, yet you are chasing it. How will you feel? How will you feel? Stupid. That's why they look so stupid, the people who are chasing enlightenment. And if you are chasing it because you already have an image, an experience, an idea, then it is so stale. I have 100 rupees. I am chasing 10,000 rupees. That happens, right? I have 100 rupees. I am chasing 10,000 rupees. Now, is that a fresh activity? It is just an expansion of my earlier experience. So it will bore me down. People who will chase money will look bored. People who will chase enlightenment will look stupid. And whatever you will chase will belong only to one of these two categories. Either you already know it or you do not know it. Except these two, there is no third segment in the mind. Is there a third segment? It's either known or unknown. There is no third segment. So don't ask for a purpose for life. Living is sufficient. Living is sufficient. And if you're asking a purpose so that you may decide your next step in the future, don't bother. The next step automatically arises out of a healthy present. You need not worry. Just keep assured that if I'm alright, then the future cannot be bad. I need not be concerned. I need not have everything sorted out, neatly planned in advance. There is no need. Learn to live in uncertainty. Have the courage to live without planning. Don't be afraid that some great calamity is waiting to fall upon you. You look at the ego. What does it say? That great calamity will fall upon my head unless I plan. So the ego tells you, you are under attack. You are under attack from the future. The future is waiting to attack you. And the ego says, I will protect you. How? Through planning. Through purpose. The future is a minefield. There are hidden enemies everywhere. I will protect you. This all around you, within you, that you call as existence, is not your enemy. There is no great problem in the future. There is no great danger in the future. Nobody is waiting to attack you. But what happens is that we have been brought up on diet of statements like, challenges of future. Eminent speakers come to you and they say, we are preparing you to meet the challenges of future. The future is very competitive and only the best will survive. Have you heard statements like these? And you become afraid, oh my God, something terrible is going to happen in the future. Let me better be prepared for it. And you start shivering, right? And the speaker says, yes. Bombs are going to drop from trees. The rivers are going to be inundated with lava. It's very challenging and very competitive. Rats will try to take away your jobs. Cats will drive away your cars. It's very competitive. Extremely. Your neighbor will walk away with your wife. It's so competitive. And then you just brace up for the challenge. Yes, I'm ready. Yes. What do I need to do? And they tell you, life is a war. And you look around and you ask, war? Whom am I fighting? Whom am I fighting? You? You don't know. Future life is a war. The fellow himself is afraid. Look at him, he's shivering. And because he is afraid, all that he is spreading is fear. He's saying you will get lost. You are an idiot. Unless you have a purpose, you will get lost. Get lost where? Does anyone get lost in his own house? Do you get lost in your own home? Existence is your home. How will you get lost? Wherever you will go, you are at home. In your home, you may move from one room to the other. Don't you do that? But do you ever get lost? This is your home, all around, wherever you are, whenever you are. You are always at home. Always. Do you need a planner? 8 o'clock I'll move from bedroom to the kitchen. 8:15 I will send a requisition for breakfast. 8:20 the breakfast will arrive. Planning. 8:30 I'll say thank you to mother. Is that needed? You are at home, do whatever you want to do. But you have been told, no. You are in a battlefield and all these are your enemies. Who is your enemy? Who is your enemy? And because you have been told that everybody around is your enemy, what have you done? You have actually started believing everybody to be an enemy. So thousands of species of plants and animals cease to exist now. Why? Because you have been told that they are your enemy. So man has butchered animals, man has hacked down trees, and man has fought with man. It is that same mind that looks for a purpose and achievement. When you are in your home, are the people around you your competitors? Or are they your brothers and family members? Tell me. But that's not what happens when you look around in your classroom. What do you see? You see competition, right? You see competition. You have not been told that you are amongst your family members. You have been told that you are amongst competitors. And competition is war. We know that. Why are you preparing yourself for war? Live in a deep faith that if I am born, I'll be taken care of. I am in my own house, so I can never be lost. That all around me are my family members, no aliens. I need not be worried. I'll be taken care of. I'm in safe hands. Did somebody come to you and ask, what is the purpose of your life? You said, to come to earth, be born, take a life. So that's the reason why you were born. If you were born without a purpose, or did you have a purpose when you were born? The day you were born, the moment you were born, did you say, I have come to this earth to rid it of all evils? Did you say that? I am the savior of this planet. And the doctor is wondering, what is it that I have in my hands? The fellow is saying, Yada yada dharmasya glanirvavati bharata tadatma. Me, I have come. Did that happen? Purposeless was your arrival. Others may have purpose. Parents may have had their purposes. Parents always have purposes. There are two daughters, now let's have a son. So often the sons arrive only because of this purpose. Everybody is wondering whether I am potent enough. So let's have a child. So the child has come to prove the potency of the father. Don't you know that? Yeah. 8 years of marriage, no kid. So the father has to do something. So there is a purpose, a great purpose. Or the mother-in-law is saying that before I die, can you show me the face of my pota? So there is a purpose. But you never had a purpose, right? Parents might have a purpose. Mother-in-law may have a purpose. Neighbors may have a purpose. Did you have a purpose when you arrived? So what is the point in cultivating artificial purposes now? What is the point? You are in safe hands, don't worry. The one who makes your heart beat, the one who makes you breathe so smoothly, the one who gives you the power to see, to hear, to understand, will also take care of your life. You will be taken care of, don't worry. Nobody is an orphan here. You all have the entire system to take care of you. Nobody is an orphan. This is not an orphanage. This is not a battlefield either. This is your very house. This is your place. You belong here. Don't feel threatened. Don't remain worked up all the time. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? Competition, planning, career, threats, war, neighbors, cockroaches, politicians. There are so many threats all the time, right? Girlfriends, biggest threat. There is no need to feel threatened. She too belongs here, not an enemy. She's a part of the family. You are all brothers and sisters. Don't worry. Yeah, that's what we are. Because the father is the same. Is it all right? Relax. You are not in some God-forsaken land. Remember, you are home. We all are home. We are always home. Feels nice, right, to be at home? Small place consisting of 4 walls, 5 walls. Home all around. Wherever you go, you are at home. Right? When we look around, we feel afraid, right? Have you seen a small child looking at a giant factory? And all the sounds that are coming from there, huge machines. It is threatening. But you need not feel threatened. If at all there is a purpose of life, it is to come to this point where you can feel simply at home, at peace, relaxed. Man spends all his life in stupid tension. Stupid. His number one hobby is to worry. Favorite pastime. What? Worrying. Thinking. Sitting and thinking. What will happen in 2070 when that particular asteroid hits the Earth? You don't even know. That on your head is a lizard about to drop on your head, and you're thinking about some asteroid about to come 50 years later. The fellow is in deep contemplation. Serious matter. Daughter is 2 years old. What kind of a match do I get for her when she is 22? Serious matter. Existence will not move according to your plans and ideas. The daughter has her own mind. She is looking at the Barbie doll and finding it nice. She is not going to do engineering. Rest assured. Sir, you can tell us a few things about interview, sir. That is very important, sir. About to come 2 years later. Yes, sir. You know what? Where you are sitting right now, this place is standing upon the bodies of thousands of people who had great plans and purpose in life. This much of land must be containing the bodies of at least 1,000 dead people. And all of them, when they were your age, were thinking about the purpose of life. And where are they right now? Buried, dead, gone. And when they were alive, they were looking at life as if it is the most serious thing. Oh my God, life. Life. One must do something. It is very, very important. No, you cannot be casual. You cannot be casual. You must prepare yourself hard, very hard. And look at their face now. What are they doing after preparing so hard? The fellow had actually prepared very, very hard. Look at his face. And when he would come across people who would be relaxed, who would be easygoing, what would he say? You will suffer in the end. You will suffer in the end. And in the end, where is everybody? In the end, where is everybody? Because there is no end. There is only this. That is. If at all there is an end, that is there. What do you mean by the end? You are planning for future, and in the future we are all? What do you mean by the future? There is no future. There is only this. There is either this or death. Choose. Choose. What do you think? You'll live 1,000 years? According to the average life expectancy of India, you have already spent one of the 3 days that you had, right? So how long do you have? What are you planning for? What are you planning for? You have 2 more days. What are you planning for? One is gone, 2 more are there. No, sir. One must always save for a rainy day. Have you not heard the wise story of the birds who were making a nest for themselves so that they may be protected from the rains? And the monkey did not make a nest, so the monkey suffered. Have you heard of this story? It's a very famous story from the Panchtantra. And you have been reading it since childhood. So what can you do? You are already making a nest here. Don't you see all these apartments, nests? The fellow does not know what living is, but he has a house. And he thinks that by owning a 3 BHK house, he will learn how to live. You've seen all these apartments that are proliferating all the time? Seen? On this highway itself. And everybody wants to buy a house. Ask them, what will you do in a house? He will say, I live. Really? Live? Do you know what that means? What will you do in a house? See. Be honest. Then he'll say, I'll sleep. You can sleep here also. I'll use the washroom. You can use the neighbor's washroom. Or you can use some Sulabh Shauchalaya. I will eat. You can eat anywhere. But don't say I will live, because you don't know what living is. What are you buying a house for? You're buying a house so that you may feel that you have a purpose in life. And what is that purpose now? That purpose for the next 20 years is to pay EMIs. Buying a house gives you a grand purpose. Every month I have to pay a fat EMI. I must earn. So you become a more diligent employee. Now you're a more loyal employee. You won't run away. Why? Because you need your salary every month. That huge EMI is to be deducted from your bank account. The salary must come. Now you have a purpose in life. What's wrong with just living without a care, without a concern? But we must shoot ourselves in the feet. Life is all right, but then you will feel itchy all around. So what will you do? You will produce a baby. Now you have a purpose in life. What is the purpose? To destroy the baby's life. Put him in school, make him an engineer, marry him, settle him, bug him all the time. What do you like doing? What do you like doing? In general. Do you play something? Some game, some sport? Watching movies. When you're watching your favorite movie, tell me of a favorite movie. Three Idiots. When you're watching Three Idiots and there is that Chatur Singh on screen, do you suddenly ask, what is the purpose of life? Why am I here? Do you ask that? What is there is sufficient. You do not need anything in the future. Only when you feel like a beggar do you want something in the future. Is that not so? Is that not so? And the more impoverished you feel right now, the more you will demand from the future. People who are always talking about the future are the biggest beggars. They have nothing. They feel they have nothing. They have everything. Everybody has everything. Because we all belong here. Remember, we are at home. So nobody is a beggar. Nobody is an orphan. But you feel you are an orphan. So you are asking for a purpose. You are with your lover. And it's a beautiful moment. You suddenly say, what is the purpose of life? What is she supposed to say? You search for the purpose. And when you have searched for it, you may call me. This sounds stupid, right? But how is it not stupid when we are doing this all the time? How is it not stupid then? Life is the lover, which is available all the time, and you are ignoring that lover and thinking of some future. And there are wise people always advising you, बेटा आगे का क्या सोचा है? See, you are already in your third semester. You are so old. And once you will pass out, बेटा settle कब हो रहे? And you look at their face. They are the settled ones. And you cannot find a more homeless face than that. Have you heard of refugees? The ones who are displaced. Auntie is asking you to settle down, and on her face it is written that she is permanently displaced. Always a refugee, never at home. Even in her bedroom she is a refugee, as if it is somebody else's place. अब मैं चैन से मर सकता हूँ, बेटी इसको सेटल कर दिया, बस वो छोटी वाली बची है। उसका और कर दें तो गंगा नहा, क्या करना है उसका? उससे fathers are very eager, उसका और करते हैं बस। And the छोटी वाली is listening and trembling. What is he trying to do? And you look at the father's face, so serious, as if some great mission is being undertaken. अपना क्या है वर्मा जी, चला चले की बेला है, बस बच्चों के लिए जी रहे हैं. You want a purpose like that? You want a purpose?